All right. So as y'all heard already, Tom Brady retired. By the way, thank you for all the memories out there, Tom Brady, from that unbelievable '07 season. This is in my life as a football fan. From '06 beating Philip Rivers and the 14-2 Chargers, '07 not losing a game, all the way to now. Thanks for all the memories. Um, Thank you. Now, this is about what is next. Um, the AFC, I think, is going to run the NFL. But there's a good chance the NFC could get a few. Definitely not the Dallas Cowboys. 49ers are going to win one. Like, they got this far with Jimmy G. I think they'll be fine with Trey Lance. I don't think they'll fuck Trey Lance over. I don't think they will, like they fucked Colin Kaepernick over. Because Greg Roman is a piece of shit who doesn't adjust when he covers it, when he gets blitzed every single fucking play. Um, the NFC South quarterback room is fucking terrible now. Is Matt Ryan is the only established guy. Jameis Winston came off a torn ACL, but he's a free agent. I think he's going to leave New Orleans. Um, who knows what Carolina's doing? I think Carolina's going to win the division unless Tampa gets Derek Carr or Russell Wilson. I don't think they'll get Derek Carr because the Raiders are not going to trade Derek Carr. The Raiders will not trade Derek Carr. Everyone's saying Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers will not go to an NFC team. He will not go to an NFC team. He will not go to an NFC team. I'm telling you, he's not going to an NFC team. And everyone's saying, oh, you don't got to worry about that. He's going to Denver. He's not going to Denver. George Payton already shut down the Aaron Rodgers rumors. Literally, I saw a post out there. George Payton has already denounced the Aaron Rodgers rumors. So they're not getting Rodgers. George Payton doesn't want him. I don't think Denver's going to want Aaron Rodgers. I know Nathaniel Hackett does, so he can fuck up that mini rebuild. Because they're almost done with the rebuild. Denver's almost done with their rebuild. They are. They just got to fix that damn O-line and get another quarterback. Like, this is going to be Drew Lock's last chance at Denver. If he fucks up, then he's done. If he fucks up, he's done. It's only Burrow, Lamar, Herbert, and Allen. Because Mahomes is not winning another ring. He won't. He literally is the reason they lost to the Bengals. Maybe don't throw 2 goddamn interceptions in the second half in overtime. Then you win the game, and then you're going to play the Rams. Then you're going to beat the shit out of the Rams. Not to mention the Chiefs are fucked because they don't have any salary cap because the Mahomes do. They're not going to re-sign Tyrann Mathieu. He's going to leave. He's going to want more money. And he's not going to get it on Kansas City. I think Baltimore could get him. Maybe someone else gets him, but I don't know. The only team I know off the top of my head that I think is going to go after him is Baltimore. We don't know. I have no idea who's going to be the next Buccaneers quarterback. I have no idea who it's going to be. Is it going to be Trask? Is it going to be anyone else? Possibly Russell Wilson, because I think Russell Wilson's going to leave. Seattle's cleaning house. I think they're going to be rebuilding, and I think Russell Wilson's going to leave and go to Eve. I'm thinking maybe Tampa Bay. Regardless, the Seahawks are fucked. They're in rebuild mode. They fired Ken Norton. They hired John Schneider. Maybe they fire Pete Carroll. We have no idea. But I do think they will fire Pete Carroll. The season they had, completely fucking unacceptable. With all the hype surrounding them as a Super Bowl contender. And they had a terrible season. They were terrible. They were terrible this year. By their standards. Because they were expected to be a Super Bowl contender. I think Carroll gets fired. I think they're going to move on from a lot of pieces. I think they're going to rebuild. The only reason Seattle was still relevant even after they broke up the Legion of Boom was Russell Wilson himself. That's it. Aaron Rodgers, we don't know what the fuck is going on in his head. We seriously don't. Because this is the same guy who misled about vaccination information, and he said on the Pat McAfee show that I'm not done. Quit lying. You're done. You're fucking done, period. Aaron Rodgers is fucking done. Don't beg for a mod because I'm not going to give you it if you keep begging for it. So don't beg. If you beg for a mod, you're going to get kicked. I'm going to time. If you beg for a mod again, you're getting timed out. I won't hesitate. But anyways. But yeah, you will likely be a mod. Honestly, everyone's saying Aaron Rodgers is an AFC team. I'm like, what AFC team is there other than maybe the Tennessee Titans, who are probably going to keep Ryan Tannehill? Because I don't think he was the issue. I think it's Todd Downing. Why are you throwing the ball when you've been running the ball well in that fourth quarter? Why are you throwing the ball with like 1 minute left? And you have timeouts left too. Just keep running the ball, drain the clock, and get in the Randy Bullock range, and you win the game. Boom. And I think you would have beat Kansas City because they won't stop Derrick Henry. And AJ Brown's gonna shove. I plan on coming. I'm not making any promises, but I plan on coming. And just letting you know, if Aaron Rodgers comes back, I'm giving up on the Packers. I'm giving up on them. I'm giving the fuck up on them. Because you keep Aaron Rodgers, you're just fucking yourself over. You're just fucking yourself over. You seriously are. I already know who's going to be at the Super Bowl. Fucking Michael Buffer. Because Michael Buffer's a fucking legend. And he's been at like every Rams home playoff game. Both of them, actually. The Arizona game and the LA and the San Francisco game. Oh, yeah. You guys did one. Thank God, because fuck Kansas City. I'm glad those fuckers lost. But anyways, the AFC is going to run the NFL. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. Because Pat Mahomes is not winning another Super Bowl. He won't. The Chiefs are fucked. They're going to be in cap hell. They're going to be in something I love to call salary fucking cap hell. They're fucked. I never saw Manning play. Brady, I have seen Brady play. The one time he came to Tampa as a visitor, I got to see him. One of my friends who's a Patriot fan said, "Yo, you want to go to the Bucks-Pats game?" And I'm like, if it's to see Brady, then sure. And now Brady is now. Then Brady came to Tampa, and I was like, there's plenty of chances I could see him. And if he didn't retire, I would have planned on seeing him next year because if he didn't retire, he would have been like, I'm not fucking leaving. And I had that clip saved from that one movie where he says, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. I have that saved in case Brady decided not to retire. I've been to plenty. I've been to the Bucks Raven game in 2014 when the Ravens beat the fuck out of the Bucks. And next year's game is going to be very similar to it unless Russell Wilson comes to Tampa, which I think they will get Russell Wilson because the Bucks, in my opinion, have the best general manager in the league in Jason Licht. I think he's going to get Russell Wilson. That's the most likely. Because I don't think Kyle Trask is ready yet. I don't. Yeah, sitting behind Tom fucking Brady is gonna help, but that's Jimmy Garoppolo. That didn't work out well. Again, I do think Trask will be all right. Everyone's saying the Bucs are gonna. Aaron is not going to Denver. Aaron is not going to Denver. George Payton already said no. He's not coming here, so they're not going to get him. I think Aaron retires. Russ to Tampa. Deshaun, who fucking knows what's going to happen with him? Who knows what the fuck's going to happen to Deshaun Watson? Who fucking knows? That's the real thing. Who knows at this point now? At this point, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen to Deshaun Watson? You can look it up because there is an article that said George Payton has denounced the Aaron Rodgers rumors. I mean, it is true because who knows what's going to happen now? He won't. He said he's not playing for a rebuild and the Steelers are going to be rebuilding. Aaron Rodgers will not play for a rebuilding team. He just won't. Plus, Denver's going to miss the playoffs if they get Aaron Rodgers. They're still going to miss because look, the AFC is much, much, much harder than years past. You have teams like the Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Chiefs, and Titans. And on the rise, you have he's not going back after what Houston's done. Then you have teams on the rise like, there's plenty of teams on the rise in the AFC. I say Bills, Ravens, or the 49ers. The 49ers got this far with Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. I think they're going to get far with Trey Lance. The Ravens are going to be healthy again. I think they'll be winning the division again. It's only really the Bengals and Ravens in that division. The Browns are the Browns. They're going to be the worst. They're going to be last. The Steelers are rebuilding. It's just the Bengals and Ravens. That's it. I think the Ravens win that division. I think the Chargers have a very good chance of going to the AFC Championship game. Justin Herbert's a baller. I think he's going to win at least one Super Bowl. I think the Chargers get at least one Super Bowl. They just need a consistent defense. That's all Herbert really needs is a consistent defense. Oh, look, we got a Bengals fan. We got Pokey, the Bengals fan in here. They are sticking with Mayfield. And I actually think I think they'll go like 3 I think they'll go 5-12 to 6-11. Steelers go 6-11. But I think the Steelers sweep them again because the Steelers fucking own the Browns. They own the shit out of the Browns. I say Tampa gets Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers retires. I'm giving them 6 wins. Plus, the Steelers normally tend to be like, we're going to fucking overachieve. They normally do that. This year, they weren't supposed to be in the playoffs, and they overachieved. Plus, they're not going to tank. They're just going to rebuild, and I think they'll win like 6 games. Possibly get a top 10 pick, trade up. Yeah, but I think that's going to change now. I actually don't think the Chiefs are going to win the division next year. I think it's going to be the Chargers. The Chiefs are going to be in cap hell. That's the big problem with the Chiefs. Cap hell. They're going to have a hard time dealing with the salary cap. Not going to happen. I don't think Deshaun wants to go to Pittsburgh. I think so too. And I don't really think it's going to be close. If they get Deshaun Watson, I'll give him 10 wins due to those distractions, which is very unfortunate. It could be extortion. He could actually have abused those women. He could have. It could be fake as well because you never fucking know. At this rate, who knows what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Who knows what's going to happen? Will he not play again? Will he come back with a different team? what's going to happen? I know he's not coming back to Houston, and I know he's not going to the Giants because John Mara said hell no about Deshaun Watson. He doesn't want to deal with the off the field issues. Plus, they're not going to try and fuck Daniel Jones over. They're actually not. I think Philly's going to win the NFC East next year. I think the Ravens win the North. And in the NFC, I say it's going to be Eagles. I don't know who's going to win the North because that division's fucking terrible. The Vikings are awful. The Bears are even worse. The Lions, don't know what to make of them, and then the Packers are losing Aaron Rodgers. The South as well, but I think Carolina is the one definite choice because the Falcons are the Falcons, the Saints are rebuilding, and this is depending on if Russell Wilson goes to Tampa or not. If he does not go to Tampa, then Carolina wins the division. If he does, the Bucs are winning that division with ease. And the West, I say 49ers. They went this far with Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they're going to be pretty damn good under Trey Lance. Let me look this up. Plus, I talked to a few Bronco fans, and they've told me that Peyton said absolutely not. All right. Yeah, Peyton said no. All right. Rodgers is under contract, but he can opt out. He can opt out. He can opt out of that contract. And I think he will opt out of that contract. There's optimism that Rodgers will return, but let's be fucking real. He's not going to. There's no way in fuck he comes back. I think he retires. I think Aaron Rodgers will retire. Yeah, like I don't think he's gonna go to Denver. Plus, he's made it clear I'm not gonna play on a team that's rebuilding. And no, there's no way he goes to Vegas. They're sticking with Derek Carr. I'm seeing a lot of Derek Carr rumors. That's bullshit. That was the case last year. The Derek Carr speculation of him leaving is bullshit. It is bullshit. I don't think Derek Carr is going to be Raider. I don't know. Plus, I think they're going to give Drew Lock one more shot because he actually showed some promise toward the end of the year. He actually did. He showed quite a bit of promise toward the end of the year that maybe he can turn this around. Literally toward the end of the year, I was like, maybe Drew Lock can turn this around. Maybe he can. I think this is the last chance he gets. Next year. I think he gets one more chance, and if he fucks up, then he's out. If he fucks up in Denver again, he's out. I'm gonna look this up. Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins are in over Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Brady opted out. Rodgers did too. Locke is getting one more chance. He's getting one more chance. If he sucks again, he's out. He's out of Denver. It's simple. It's simple. If he doesn't do good in Denver next year, then he is out. He is out. That's my thing with Drew Lock. I think Denver's going to give him one more chance. And if he does not, and if he fucks up, he's out. He didn't want to play in it. He was voted in as a Pro Bowler, but then he was like, I'm not going to play in it. Because it's really a popularity contest. What is the point? I never watched Pro Bowl. I'm not watching it this week. I literally never watched the NFL Pro Bowl. It's so stupid. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do think he's going to sign a one-day contract with New England and retire a Patriot. There's absolutely no shot. I think he's going to retire as a New England Patriot. The reason I'm taking Lamar over Allen is because while Allen has had the better playoff success, Lamar has an NFL MVP. He won an MVP for a reason. And people want to say Lamar can't throw. It's the offense he's in that's been figured out. Check his Instagram because he'd said it. Check his Instagram and Twitter because Tom Brady himself said it. USC is going to suck ass. 6 wins, around 6 to 8. I don't think they're that good. Lincoln Riley is never going to do it at USC. Utah is going to demolish them. Right now, Allen's better than Lamar, but over a career, I'll take Lamar. Unless Allen gets a Super Bowl first, then I will take Allen. I think Allen's going to win MVP next year. Let me guess, they lose to Utah and Notre Dame. They're going to get killed by Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's going to steamroll them because defensive-minded coaches like Marcus Freeman always defeat offensive-minded coaches like Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley is an offensive-minded coach, and a pretty bad one, too. He underachieved greatly at Oklahoma. He did. He underachieved. Just like how LSU is not going to be good under Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly's not winning a natty. Lane Kiffin will before he will. Yeah, Brian Kelly's a very good recruiter. He can't win shit. He can't win shit at Notre Dame. He can't win shit at Notre Dame. What makes people think he's going to be very good in the fucking SEC? What makes people think he's going to be better in the SEC? I feel like they could miss out a bowl game. I think USC is going to run Lincoln Riley out in a few years. When they start underachieving, USC fans are going to be like, that is it for Lincoln Riley, and they're going to get rid of him, and they're going to want him gone. Ole Miss is looking pretty damn good next year. Ole Miss is looking pretty damn good with Dart and Trigg coming in. Dart coming in is going to be great, and Lane Kiffin is a very good head coach. Lane Kiffin is a really damn good head coach. I like Lane Kiffin. He's a great coach. I feel like Jimbo and Kirby are the best Saban assistants by far. I don't think he will. I think Minnesota's going to fuck up because Minnesota's stupid as hell. And I'm talking Jimbo and Kirby. USC won't. I feel like they could because USC always loses because Lincoln Riley loses to fucking random ass teams. I think Stanford's going to get them. I think UCLA is definitely going to get them. And Notre Dame and Utah are going to kill them. Plus, even if they make the conference title game, they're going to get their ass beat by Oregon. Oregon owns the shit out of USC. USC hasn't beat Oregon in a long time. Like, USC hasn't beat good Oregon, not shitty-ass Oregon, good Oregon in a long time. And by the way, I have an announcement for everyone. Y'all tune in 6 o'clock on Saturday. Duke Carolina game. I'm calling it. I'm calling that fucking game. Yeah, it does. Other than Nick Saban, really. Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like, what the fuck? Literally, when you lost to Syracuse, I was like, what the fuck happened? I think Bama's going to be the number one. Bama's undisputed going to be the number one team in the country next year. They're bringing in a lot of guys. They bring back 9 of 11 defensive starters. Jermaine Burton's coming in. Bryce Young's coming back. Bryce Young will leave after the year, but they're going to find a transfer quarterback on the streets because they always do. Is Alabama. They're known for doing it. Oh, yeah, they did lose at A&M. Zach Calzada was a fucking beast in that game. I don't know why he was good. But again, I think it's going to be Bama, A&M, Ole Miss, and Arkansas. I think Arkansas gets like 8 or 9 wins. I say they go 9-3, losing to Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Alabama. I don't know who they play out of the East. I don't know who Arkansas plays in their non-con. Yep, and I really can't name a team that can do it. I can't name a team that can play a perfect game. Maybe Georgia, but who is Stetson Bennett going to throw to other than Brock Bowers? They don't have a run game. Lavassier Carroll transferred. JT Daniels is gone. Jermaine Burton is gone. They lost a good majority of that defense. I haven't seen enough of Gibbs, and I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about him until he went to Alabama. I'm going to look at Ole Miss's schedule real quick. I'll look at who they play because it's probably easy. It's probably pretty easy. All right, Ole Miss. That is easy as fuck. That is easy as fuck. They're probably the easiest schedule in that division other than Alabama. Because, yeah, they go to Texas A&M, but I think they'll beat Texas A&M. They don't win at LSU. I only think Ole Miss because Dart is better than Jefferson. Running quarterbacks don't beat Alabama. Running quarterbacks really aren't known for beating Alabama. Arkansas, I don't know. They got a lot of question marks, especially on the defense. Ole Miss too, but Ole Miss has really fixed their defense. They do go to Bobby Dodd, but they're going to beat the shit out of Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is going to be terrible. Tulsa, not good. Kentucky, Alabama just poached their O-line coach because they got rid of Doug Marrone. Vandy, do I need to fucking talk about that? Auburn, they lost Derek Mason. They lost their offensive court. Not Derek Mason. Who else did they lose? They lost their offensive coordinator. They lost Kevin Steele. They lost Derek Mason on the staff. Bo Nix is gone. Auburn is fucked. Auburn may be the worst team in that division. They may be the worst team in the SEC West and still make a bowl game because of how stacked the SEC is. At LSU, they never win in Baton Rouge, but I think that ends because I don't think Brian Kelly's good. At Texas A&M, L. Alabama, L. At Arkansas, I think they'll win that game, and then they're going to kill Mississippi State. I got Ole Miss going 10-2. Let me look at Arkansas' schedule because it's pretty easy. Easy from what I heard. Let me look at it again. Oh, they play Cincinnati right out of the gate. That's going to be a good game. Cincinnati and Arkansas. Now if this was Cincinnati in this past year, it would be a good ass game. But I think this year Arkansas is gonna win that game. South Carolina, that'll be an interesting game. I think South Carolina's gonna be pretty good this year. But I got Arkansas. It's in Fayetteville. Missouri State, come the fuck on. That's an easy win. Texas A&M, that game can go either way. It's a rivalry, but I think A&M is gonna get revenge. Alabama, it is at Arkansas, but I'll take the Tide in this one. At Mississippi State, they'll beat their ass. BYU, that'll be interesting. And it's at BYU. I was like, that was a weird ass game. They go to BYU. That's pretty damn weird. I think they'll win that game, but it's going to be weird. At Auburn, I think they'll win. Liberty, they'll win. LSU, they'll win. They beat them in Death Valley. I think LSU is gonna be terrible next year. LSU or Auburn will be the worst team in that division. Ole Miss, I already said they lose that game, and then at Mizzou, I think they win. So I'll give them 9-3. I'll give Arkansas 9-3. Yeah, because the Chiefs lost. If the Chiefs won, no, I'm not fucking watching. If the Chiefs won that game, then I would have said, then I would have been like, hell no, I'm not watching because the NFL got their wish. Let me look at Ohio State's schedule. Let me look. All right, I'm going to look. All right, let's see. Week 1. That's the only losable game, in my opinion, is Week 1 against Notre Dame. Everything else is a win. I don't see losses other than maybe Notre Dame. I think it will be Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's going to knock off Ohio State. I think Tyler Buchner's going to show that he's the truth. Washington, it's official. The Washington Commanders. I'm going to watch the Blue Gold Spring game. I'm going to watch that. One of my friends at a Berkeley Prep just committed to Notre Dame recently, and he's going to be signing tomorrow. Overtime. That's bold thinking it'll go to overtime. It won't be high scoring because I don't think the Rams defense will give up 42. If the most they'll give up is 39, 38-ish. Oh, you hate Belichick, but you love Brady. I know you're not supporting the Chiefs. Yeah, he's a unanimous. Tom Brady is a unanimous Hall of Famer. He's going to be the first ever unanimous Hall of Famer. It won't even be close. Tom Brady's going to be a unanimous Hall of Famer. 7 rings, more than any NFL franchise. Most passing yards ever, most passing touchdowns ever, most completions ever, most wins ever, most playoff wins ever, most playoff passing touchdowns ever, most playoff passing yards ever. It's fucking insane. He's a unanimous Hall of Famer. He's definitely going to Canton. He's a lock. Tom Brady is a lock. Unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. Won't even be close. Yep. I will definitely be there. I may not come tomorrow to the hangout. I'm gonna come on Sunday's hangout because I won't be watching the Pro Bowl. Notre Dame. All right. I think they'll beat Ohio. I actually think they'll beat Ohio State. That is my hottest take so far. Them beating Ohio State. But I think it can happen. Ohio State is losing their 2 best receivers. Yeah, they got Jackson Smith and Jigba back. But this will be Marcus Freeman's first game as a head coach, which I think he's going to do pretty damn good at Notre Dame. Then they'll destroy Marshall and Cal. North Carolina. Who's North Carolina going to have a quarterback? Bye week. Then they go to Vegas, play BYU. Then they play They'll win that. Then they'll beat Stanford. They'll beat UNLV. They'll beat Syracuse. Clemson game is going to be interesting, but I don't know how DJ's going to do. So I'll take Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame wins. Then they then they play in the Ravens Stadium to play the Navy midshipmen. Then they go to Boston. Then they host Boston College. That's senior night, and then USC. USC. They'll win that. They're gonna own Marcus Freeman is going to own Lincoln Riley. I don't factor history in when I make pick'em. I don't. I don't factor history. I look at right now the current subject. The current. I don't look at the past. I look at the present. So I think Notre Dame can beat. I think Notre Dame's gonna beat Ohio State. I think Ohio State will make the playoff because they'll win 11 in a row. They'll beat Wisconsin. That's gonna be their best win if they don't beat Notre Dame is Wisconsin. Not Penn State. Penn State sucks. Michigan may lose Harbaugh. They lost their edge rushers. And Michigan always regresses after they have a great season. They always regress. I think that Sparty, no. Sparty, no. Kenneth Walker's gone. How are they gonna do without him? How's that defense gonna do? Because that defense was absolutely terrible. It was the worst defense in the country, actually. Yeah. Now let's go to the Trojans. Going 12 wins over nobody. I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm obviously just kidding there. USC is not going to win 12. Here's what I think is going to happen. They'll beat Rice. They'll lose to Stanford because they don't win in Stanford. I don't fucking know. Probably Sean Avery. Probably. I don't fucking know, though. That's the thing. I don't fucking know which NHL player I hate the most all time. Probably Sean Payton, though. Fresno. Fresno's actually a good team. I think Fresno can beat them, but I'm going to take USC. Oregon State. Why the fuck do they not win in Corvallis? USC actually cannot win in Corvallis. I don't know why. Arizona State, I think they'll win that. Wazoo, they'll win. Utah, that's a fucking blowout. They're going to get their ass beat. I say worse than what Utah did to Oregon twice. Even worse. Bye week at Arizona, win. I think they'll beat Arizona. Arizona's going to go like 0-12. Cal, win. Colorado, win. At UCLA. UCLA killed them last year. I think UCLA is going to beat them again. I think UCLA beats them at the Rose Bowl. And in Notre Dame, easy. Notre Dame. Then it was the Oregon State game. Why the fuck can USC not win in Corvallis? If you're a USC fan, ask me why you can't win in Corvallis. Because USC is literally cursed against them in Corvallis. Because 2008, USC was like what, number 1 in the country when that happened? And then they lost. And Oregon State literally beat their ass. Let's look at all time, shall we? Between USC and Oregon State. USC won the last time. But let me check. How many games in Corvallis has USC won? Lately. I'm not talking about in the past. 2018, 2013. They lost in 2010. They lost in 08. They lost in 06. and they lost in 2000. They've only won, 1, 2, 3 times in Corvallis. Oregon State has won 3. Tom Brady, they're going to give it to him as a farewell. Brady's going to win MVP because the league's going to be like, you know what? Let's make him go out 44 years old, led the league in like most passing statistics. Let's give him MVP. I think Brady is going to win MVP. Brady is easily the GOAT. And I think Brady is a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. Unanimous Hall of Famer. Not even close. All right. I'm thinking about ending the stream here. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Carolina Duke basketball game. It's gonna be a fucking fun ass game. I'll see y'all fucking Saturday. Peace out. Fuck Duke.